Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bucket. I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2, and this time we're doing the high-end trucks. And I decided to go with the most expensive truck the game has to offer per company. And this is how I decided to do this. This is what the game's saying. This is the best truck that you can get straight from the dealership. That doesn't mean that you can't upgrade things, switch things around that would actually make the truck a little bit better. But this is if you just bought the highest end truck available. I can't know what I feel is the best transmission, the best chassis, because I have so many mods that I can't upgrade it to that point. But what I can do is I can look, and I'm pretty sure that the I can tell you if you can upgrade something, and I can say I think you can upgrade that something a little bit better. So our first truck here is the Iveco Stralis Active Space Super. It's a 2x6, I believe, something of that nature. Let's go take a look. By the way, some bad news. I was not able to get the Going East DLC. One moment, please. Sorry, I was getting some clarification on something missing. Anyways, I was not able to get the Going East DLC. I'm not going to go into reasons why. I'm just not able to get it right now. And I don't regret what I did that makes that so. I'm actually very happy with the way things are going. But I am disappointed in not being able to get the DLC. I tried to go to GameSwap because I have some games that I'd love to swap for, but they got so many freaking rules and so many things you have to do to verify yourself that it's utterly ridiculous. I understand trying to protect scams, but hello, Secret Santa doesn't have this many rules. Hell, Random Acts of Amazon, which I left because they have so many rules, isn't as bad as GameSwap. And it's much easier to scam and get scammed in those Reddits. It's ridiculous. Secret Santa isn't even that bad, and they set a freaking world record for the biggest Secret Santa ever. I mean, come on. But anyways, so I'm going to throw this out there real quick to anyone who listens. If you would like to make a trade, I have some games. These are games from the bundles, the humble bundles, that I don't use, and these all come under their own. There are two groups of games that come under a single Steam code, and then there's 4 games that come individually with Steam codes. I will trade whatever combination of these games for the Going East DLC. We have Wizor, Bid Trip Runner, Gratuitous Space Battles in Jamestown coming under one code. We got Super Meat Boy, Lone Survivor, and Braid coming under another code. And then these 4 games come with their own individual codes. Mark of the Ninja, Eats Munchies, Titan Quest, and Warhammer 40k Dawn of War. If you would like 1, 2, 3, any of these games, get in touch with me and maybe we can work out a trade, because I really, really, really want the Going East DLC. So, really appreciate that if anyone's willing to work out a trade with me. And give you a little shout out on my channel, even though I don't have that many actual fans, but I'll give you a shout out, say thank you and all that. So anyways, this is our truck here. Now you can upgrade the chassis. See, 6x4 versus 6x2. So you can upgrade to a more stable chassis, but this is the best cab, fuel, haul, and whatnot. So we're just going to run with this chassis here. I'm not going to bother to change it over. This is a Stralis 6x2 Active Space Super left-handed steering wheel, 560 horsepower, 418 kilowatt engine, 2,500 newton meters at 1,000 to 1,575 RPM. And again, therein lies the Iveco's problem. Yes, the 1,000 RPM is really good, but all the way up to 1,500 RPM really does not help. You know, for engine torque, you want low RPM all the way. Although that does help a little bit when you're like hauling in low gears. You still would prefer the lower RPM in terms of getting going and getting up there. But anyways, it's got a ZF AS Tronic R transmission, which I believe you can upgrade, and a 400 liter fuel capacity, which is small, but also, as you can see, common among multi-rear-wheeled trucks. So, with that being said, let's see if we can find a decent load to haul, shall we? Now, I'm not going to be limiting distance as much, and I'm trying to keep the weight like right here. But that goes along the same road. Ooh. This is a little bit better. 25 tons. I'm going to keep it 25, 28 tons, preferably between 25 and 30. And if I go much further, we're going to be long distance. So I think this is our best bet. I just didn't want to go along the same road again. I like to go a different direction. And this is different right here. So it's a 424 kilometer drive with a 1,007 kilometer ferry trip. Is there really nothing? I mean, there's 23 tons, but that goes the same way. 21 tons is a little too light, but it actually looks like a tough road. It looks like it could be a tough haul right there. 21 tons, though. That's 4 tons lighter. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it just for the different road. Now, the first thing about the Iveco that you're going to notice, first of all, I have a graphical glitch where this truck is concerned. And that's that thing floating just outside. I have no idea what it is. Now, let's just hit the fence. As I'm an idiot. I have no idea what it is, but it's a graphical glitch that I can't help. Does not have the greatest side view, but most trucks are like that. Most trucks and buses, when you get a bad angle, you can't see if traffic's coming or not. But the mirrors. The mirrors are a huge detriment to this truck. They're very small. Very hard to see. The fisheye and the regular mirror, they're very rectangular in shape. So that makes for really poor visibility in terms of your mirrors. And also where the mirrors are set, and it's got that ridiculous bar coming down that you see right there, really blocks off a lot of your turning view. So that really, really does not help. That's a major strike in my book, taking away visibility. It's got a good front view, though. It's got a nice view out the windshield. Nice, wide, long windshield. And it's good braking while it's empty, I'll say that much. Ooh, I need fuel. There's a gas station along the way. We'll hit up. We're not at full tank. We got 280 liters. I believe I have fuel economy 3 or 4, so that's not bad, all things considered. Yeah, but the front view mirror, the mirror that shows the grill of the truck, is way over on the right hand side, which I like, because that means it's not in your vision here. And if you wanted to, you could drive without the floating GPS there. Granted, you won't have all the information that the floating GPS shows. But I was actually hoping for a bit of a longer run, but whatever the case may be. You can actually run without the floating GPS there, the navigation, because you have that small one mounted on the top of the dashboard. So that's a bonus in the Iveco's favor, which it needs, because there's not too many in the Iveco's favor right now. again, while running empty, the Iveco is pulling about the same acceleration as, I would say, some of the low-end trucks were doing, like the Volvo, the MAN, even the Scania. That makes it kind of tough. Now, this is about the only time you're going to see me do something like this in terms of the game, because I want to be a little bit more professional about this, especially with my last run, my heavy hauling with all the accidents that we had. That really put me out. But in terms of this game right here, yeah, that was really stupidly close. That's the only time you're going to see me do that, getting in and out of here, so I don't have to wait for that. And I'll do honesty. Alright, here we are. And this is 25 tons, but that's 1,000, that's 1,600 land distance. 23 tons is even further. Yeah, so we'll take the 21 tons. Alright. I gotta shuffle more trucks around and stuff. I really do. And yes, there is a graphical problem here with the mod. It's fine. It's just a little thing. There we go. We are hooked up and ready to roll. It's actually nice to be towing a conventional trailer right now. I love how the GPS is not telling me where to go. That's always a bonus. It honestly should be. Hello? Can you tell me where to go? I mean, I know where I'm going. I'm going up this way. Over here. In fact, this is my destination. But, you're not exactly telling me how to get there. Maybe we get out on the road, it'll... Okay, there it is. I'm sorry, it's just bothering me, so that's kind of why I did that. But from here on out, we got to drive this like we mean it. I want to show you guys that I do a good job. I'm going to be looking for a gas station along the way. Not that I truly need it. A good chunk of that trip, that 1,300 kilometer distance, is ferry distance. So we might be able to make it on the fuel that we have, but I'd rather just top it off for safety's sake. Alright, let's take it easy. Yeah, but to show you real quick, yeah, see, you can have a nice clean view right there and just drive with that little GPS, but then you lose all this information that you can look up on this. So now you won't be getting like the really up and down like I'm getting unless you're using a mod called Real Physics Mod. I believe the newest version is 7.0, but it might be newer than that. I haven't gone and looked lately. I haven't bothered since I haven't gotten the new DLC yet. But I don't know. So steering's a bit of an issue with the Iveco. It seems to steer a lot slower than your average truck. That could be a product of the extra wheeled chassis, because I kind of had a steering difference when I added. I actually added a 2x6 or whatever, 4x2x6, 4x6. I don't know. When I changed the chassis on my Scania, before I put that big chassis on that you've seen me use in my latest videos, I noticed a steering difference. I noticed the Scania steered actually a little bit tighter. It was really weird. The Iveco seems to be having a little bit more of an issue. So it actually handled that on-ramp fairly well. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed in the light load, but I wanted to go in a different direction. I hate showing you guys the same road over and over and over and over again. So I'm looking for variety at this point. I would like to keep the show, like I said, within one episode, but if I can't, then I can't. You know, I'm not going to make a huge fuss about it. But this is a good run, 21 tons. 4 tons heavier isn't going to make a huge deal. And I know you can mod in much heavier trailers, which is fine. You see that I got them all the way up to 80 tons. But I'm trying to keep it around 25, maybe 30 tons at the heaviest, because 25 tons is the heaviest load that you can haul in the vanilla game. And it's tough that I keep starting off in Roma. I may transfer myself to a different garage so I can start in a different area. I may transfer myself down to my African garage. I think I have one in the African area. Maybe not. I think actually, yeah, they're both the European continent. Well, we're headed to a different area, so we can actually buy a garage around there. Oh man, on the highway, off the highway, on the highway, off the highway. I hate when this happens. I'm the type of guy that just likes to get on the road and go, you know. And again, the Iveco, one of the problems with it, even on its highest settings, is dashboard. You can't read the dashboard very well. So you get to be a little bit more reliant on the... you see, you switch up everything here. It doesn't even show you the speed very well. You got to go with your speed strictly by the dial, which even on its highest settings can be a little hard to read. And if you have a bit of an eye issue like I do wear glasses like when I'm out driving for real, you know, doing errands and whatnot. It can be even more of a pain in the neck. That's why I'm grateful for that floating GPS there. So the dashboard's not good. The mirrors are terrible, and it really screws up your side view a lot. Good braking, decent braking. Could be a little bit better, but then again, if you upgrade to the better chassis, then you probably get better braking out of it. Those extra 2 wheels can make a bit of a difference when it comes to braking. It's a fairly quiet truck, for sure. It's a quiet truck, and that's not a bad thing. A lot of people prefer quiet trucks. It's not luxurious like maybe like the Volvo, or even the Renault in many ways. And yes, we will be going over both Renaults because they are different enough to warrant going over both, the Renault Premium and the Renault Magnum. So we will be doing both Renaults, but we will be doing them back to back as opposed to redoing the Renault Magnum separate because it doesn't quite fit any of the bills in terms of a starter truck. Now doing high-end trucks, we can do all the trucks that we want. And I will continue heavy haul. Speaking of which, I haven't posted League in a while, and I don't know when I'm going to post League again. I'm looking at other games to record, play, and upload. I love playing Binding of Isaac. I've been playing it a long time. I have uploaded some games a long time ago, but I'm looking about maybe going back to Binding of Isaac. I'm looking possibly at Terraria. I do have Terraria. I don't play it very often. I know very little about it, except the basics that I used to know. So it's kind of hard to say where I want to go and what I want to do. I haven't thought about it yet, but I've really been enjoying doing Euro Truck. This is almost like another dream job to me here. The support I've been getting on Euro Truck, it's been truly amazing, and I am very grateful and thankful for each and every one of you that view this, that leave comments, that thumbs up. It means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate it. and it really inspires me to keep going and to keep making videos, and hopefully one day to break the mold, and maybe bust out in terms of a YouTuber. I don't want to be like super big, huge. I don't care if that happens. I don't even care if I become, really popular. But even if I got an actual 1,000 fans, I know you could look at my subscribers right now and say, oh, you got a lot of subscribers. Well, some of those subscribers, as I've mentioned some of my other videos, we're actually going a little too fast. Some of those subscribers, actually a fair amount of those subscribers, are for my old content, which I don't do anymore. No, I'm not going to talk about it, so don't ask. And they've slowly been unsubbing. So I actually at one point had 1,500 subscribers, but not anymore because I switched over to video games once I got a computer that I could do this with. But if I could get an actual, when I put up a video, I get like 1,000 views. Right now, I'd be happy just getting 100 views a video. But if I actually could get some point where I post a video and within 2 days I'd have 1,000 views on average, I would consider myself successful. Even if I never went over that view rate again. Even if I hit 1,000 loyal fans and that's where it stayed. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Still, we handled that on-ramp fairly well. It felt nice and stable coming around. But one thing I noticed while I was talking... Yeah, boy. Let's just cut to the inside here. We got a standard trailer, so we should be able to make that cut no problem. So, gee, where was I? Forget what I was talking about. Oh, if I had 1,000 loyal fans and I just averaged 1,000 views per video that I put out and never went over that, I'd consider myself successful. Even if I never went above that. I could muscle you out, but I'm being nice. I want to be the better driver this time and show you guys that I can. Now, when I say better driver, I mean not doing really stupid things. Staying in the lines with a controller for me is difficult. Handling the gas, all that. So yes, I do cross lines, I do drift. I can't fully help that. But I'm, trying to be a little more considerate when I drive. And not taking advantage of the game's weak spots and mechanics and things like that, like driving on sidewalks and passing on the right-hand side in the breakdown lane, things like that. That's really, I'm not looking to do that at all. Now, for the record, if you use TSM and you do decide you want to do things like pass on the right-hand side, you see those markers there on the edge. Yeah, those suckers will hurt your truck or they'll hurt your load really bad, so you don't want to hit those under any circumstances. They're not like regular street signs where if you smash into them you just run them down. No, those markers, the little white ones there with the black top, the reflector, those will actually hurt your truck. Oops, wrong button. I actually meant to hit the cruise control and hit the brake by accident. Now, there is one spot where I'm probably going to break my rules about being a better driver, and it's on this road, and it's right along here. It's where all the cars suddenly, for no reason, slow down. There's no speed limit change. There's no signs, nothing. They just suddenly slow down. It's not heavy traffic or anything like that. I think it's a programming issue. Maybe they used the wrong highway piece, or whatever the case may be when they made the map. But I think what happens is that there's a lower program speed limit in that particular spot versus the rest of the map. So, and something else I gotta do, I have to turn up my my rain. I don't run into enough rain. I really don't. I should have more rainfall than I've been having. I've had hardly any. So that has to change. I'll be a little more cautious on this off-ramp going up this hill, because this is a somewhat, tighter, we have a standard trailer, so it's not bad. If we had a big trailer, this would be a little bit more of an issue, but as it is, it's not too bad. And we do have vehicle coming. I know, I love how they float like that. You don't see the tires on some of the trucks and whatnot. Like, here's another one. See, yeah, they pop in. That's just how it is. You gonna let me go? He's gonna let me go. Alright. Iveco stick together. Now, see, there's the highway. See, that's the highway Stralis with the improved axle on the back. So that's basically this truck with a better axle. Alright, pay our toll. We'll head into town. I don't know if I passed the gas station yet or not. We could use one really, really soon. We're already down below half tank. We're starting to get into worrisome conditions here for me. Other people probably look like, no, you'll go almost 500 kilometers still. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm used to having, at this point, I'm still like over 1,000 kilometers to go. I like my trucks with big fuel tanks. Big trucks, big fuel tanks. I used to say I like my trucks like I like my women. Big. With big personalities. What? I like good personalities.
And a good pair of tits, too. That doesn't help. Or hurt. Am I right or am I right?
I'm just wondering what you're going to think later on when this goes up and everyone hears my wife saying, "Look, nice pair of tits."
Oh, I must say, I have a nice pair of tits.
Now everyone's going to ask to see them.
And they're not.
The things married couples talk about.
Hey, you started it.
I said nice personalities. You're the one that brought tits into the issue.
No. You know what you meant, dude. Don't.
I meant personalities.
Oh, yeah.
I was using a joke.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't me. It was my wife that went there. A good Christian boy, born and raised Massachusetts. How dare you besmirch my reputation to my fans?
Yeah, that's the halo with the horns.
Those are not horns, they're props.
To help pull up the halo with the horns.
They're not horns, they're props. You think halos just hover?
No, I just think you're full of it.
Full of good Christian honor, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Good little altar boy.
No, we don't go to altar boy. No. I hate this corner. I hate it with a passion. This is not made with trucks in mind. God forbid we actually had a bigger trailer making this. As you can see already, we're still gonna... No, cannot. Alright. I'll try and bring it over a little bit more. Nope. We're kind of, but not really. You're not helping me, game. I need to make this corner wider by a long shot. I'm going to try and keep my truck pressed right up against the... Can we just pull through, please? 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 We're sort of making it, as long as we're not damaging the cargo. It hurt. Shit. Go. A little bit. Made it. I think we broke something, but we made it. But everything's fine. I hate that corner. I hate that corner with the pack. God forbid I'm making that corner with a huge trailer. Forget it. Alright. Which one are we going to? I'm pretty sure we're going to this one. I hope I'm right, or else I'm paying for a trip I don't need to pay for. Yeah, but I don't know why they didn't use, like you saw in my other vid, where I drove up onto the ferry and then drove down off the ferry. I don't know why they didn't use that for all their ferry points like this. But, whatever. Woo, discovered a man dealership. That's nice. One thing I do like, is it? No. 2. There we go. Yeah, you can see I actually kick up a sort of dust cloud on this road here, which is kind of nice. You know, coming up on the dirt road. You see the truck here. Looks like we're squatting a little bit in the back. You know, we really don't want to drive off the cliff, so why don't we hop back in the cab where I can drive a little more realistically here. So actually struggling a little bit here. It's not very much of a climb, but it is a climb. And you can see we're having the torque at the higher RPM. You know, maybe doesn't help. I don't know what I was saying maybe. It really, truly, honestly just doesn't help. We do have vehicles. Even if I can't see it. Fucking mirror placement, man. That's just horrible. I think we're good to go. Yeah, there is a vehicle coming that way, but we should be out in time. Provided he actually stops. We can make the corner. Almost wish I could just drive right over that hill right there. That cuts so much time off my trip. Oh, but there's a gas station up ahead, so that's good. We'll be able to fuel up there and not have to worry about it. Now, if you have full fuel economy, the 400 liters isn't all that bad. It's really not. I don't like a 400 liter fuel, 400 liter fuel hauling truck. I really don't. But if you have the full fuel economy, it's really just a minor thing. It's not a big issue. Not a big issue at all. Now these little stutters that we're getting, they're just the game loading in. Yeah, I wasn't able to expand my memory either, but fortunately I don't need to. I found out that I don't need to. I can run everything I need to just fine. I will be buying the memory next month. Well, maybe. I know I'm getting the Going East DLC, but I don't know if I'll be able to get the memory. 2 reasons. Number one, I got to pay my car registration, which is vital. The car has to be registered because we only just got it. We're paying for it for another 4 years. My Scion XB Limited Edition. Actually, it's a Scion XB Wagon Limited Edition. But, yeah, definitely. And number 2, Gabriel Iglesias is coming back to Maui in November, late November. And I went to see his show last year. I'm going to see his show this year. I'm going to see his show this year. There's no ifs, ands, buts, maybes, possiblies. I'm going. And so is my wife. She missed out on last year's show, where she may not regret it, truthfully, because she wasn't there. I feel that it was very regretful that she didn't get to go and see it. Everything she missed, because it was freaking hilarious. All the comics that he had on before him. He had 4 comics on before him. Everything that was just missed was I love the graphical issues when the trailer's not hooked up to you, but those are just minor things. But yeah, I really feel like she missed out, and it was regretful on everything that she missed out. So she's going this year. I'm going to buy the tickets for both of us, most likely, and then maybe she'll have a little bit of money that she can hold on to, and she can buy the meals, because I believe they're going to do like they did last year. They're going to have like meals at the theater, probably provided by Maui Taco. And these speed bumps are killer. But yeah, there we go. We got through them, no problem. Much like the the starter Iveco. Hey, stay on your side. Much like the starter Iveco, the high-end Iveco, even at a lighter load, 21 tons, even slightly lighter, still a lighter load, is definitely having its issues when it comes to getting acceleration and getting speed up. Especially handling these rural areas is taking its toll on my driving, because again, it has somewhat of a steering issue as well. That's what it feels like. It just does, as I mentioned before, it just doesn't feel like it steers as well. And there is a good possibility here that we're going to be doing some mountain climbing like I did in my Scania, which would be a really nice test. I'm kind of hoping to get that on each truck, to be going up some steep climbs, but we will see if that actually happens or not. Right now we're on a pretty level grade. Actually looks like a completely level grade. Maybe a little bit of up here and there, but nothing really bad. At 83 kilometers, we got a bit of a tight turn here, and 86 coming out of it, and it held on really well. It did really well. I am going to slow it down for this one, just because I don't want to go 90 kilometers around this, 90 kilometers an hour. And again, it handled it fairly well. Is that yeah, that's a speed camera. We got to slow down, because the speed limit's 60 here. And like I said, I don't try and get speeding tickets. I just don't throw a conniption if I do get one. Interesting place for refuel. That's got to be a garage there. Yeah, that's got to be a garage I can buy in there. And not going to right now. And looks like we're coming up to my favorite thing in the game, toll booths. Yes, I love toll booths. Break your momentum and start from scratch. All the fuck over again. I hate toll booths. What was that movie called that had that kids movie? Do you remember? That had the toll booth. Was it the Magical Toll Booth? Was that what it was called?
I don't remember.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Sometimes I like to go back and live over my nostalgia cartoon movies, like The Little Toaster. Only the first movie, not any of the sequels. Only the first movie. And I think it's the Magical Toll Booth. I think that's what it's called, where the kid's like really, really bored. He's hanging around, this giant present comes in, there's a car. It takes him into a cartoon adventure that's not only fun to watch, but educational as well. Because they have like words and numbers, and they talk about the dangers of being lazy and procrastinating and all that. Alright, this isn't exactly the world's most difficult hill to climb here, but we're not handling it very well, are we? No, we're not. Again, that's where that torque comes in, and it just does not help. You want that lower end torque, and looks like, yeah, we're going to be doing some mountain climbing, so this should prove interesting. By the way, I don't know if whoever did it for Klein Trucks will be listening to any more of my videos, but if you did, I'd like to say thank you, give you a shout out for retweeting one of my videos, my Mercedes-Benz Actros video. That was really appreciated. I kind of sent you a tweet asking you why. I didn't get a response, but hell, I really don't need one. At least I think we'll be doing some mountain climbing. Or is this just a lot of zigzagging? Might be just a lot of... That was kind of sharp, but handled it well. It kind of looks like a lot of zigzagging because... Yeah, there's that... Yeah, whatever. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I thought this would be like steep hill. It still might be by the looks of it. It looks like we might come up on that, coming around like the next corner. Which does not bode well considering how much speed we're losing right now. And we're not even on a steep climb. Oh, good Lord. Oh my. Speed limit 80 kilometers. I don't think so. This truck's having trouble with 21 tons like my Scania hauled 40. My Scania hauled double the weight and did this. Okay, maybe it was a little bit slower, but still. Your Scania was modded. Okay, well, yeah, it had a modded chassis, but the engine and transmission were the basic engine and transmission, the highest end engine and transmission you get in the game, was not a modded engine, was not my 1,000 horsepower engine, was 730, which is the Scania's base engine. Not base, but the Scania's highest vanilla engine is what I'm trying to say. It's the most powerful engine you get for Scania in a vanilla game. And this isn't exactly steep. This is nothing compared to what my Scania... Even, I think, the DAF... Did we take this road on the DAF? I think this is the same road we traveled on the DAF. Oh, good gracious. You're just struggling. Finally getting some acceleration out of it. Yes, you can stop blinking now. Thank you. No, we couldn't have taken this road on the DAF. I don't think so. Because if we did, that section would have already been lit up. The one that lit up on us there, that intersection turned yellow, that would have already been lit up. So trying to be a little careful here because we do have a bit of a downhill run here, and it's going to come up to a fairly sharp right-hand corner. And I don't think I want to take this at the speed that I'm going, despite the fact that I'm on a more stable chassis than the standard. Actually did very well, 97 kilometers. So definitely stable, you know, it's good and stable. I don't know how much aerodynamics play into this game, if they play into the game at all. I really don't think they do, which is a shame. should be able to program better aerodynamics into it so that, like, having the taller sleeper will, helps the air pass over the trailer. Too fast. 110 is our limit. Oh, no, we actually botched that. We got up to 111. Right, so this would be a high wind area. And that's something else that we don't run into in this game that we really should. And I really wish we did. And that's not just aerodynamics, but, similar into having aerodynamics is wind shear. Having to deal with strong winds. And I don't know if there's a mod for that in this game. I never bothered to look. Where the wind can blow across your truck and actually, like, buffer your truck around. That would be very authentic. For sure. Because as somebody who drove coaches in some very windy areas, Maui has some extremely windy all around. I can definitely vouch for having to deal with driving a rolling billboard through high winds, getting them almost full on broadside, and just how much they can shove your vehicle despite how heavy it is to one side or another. There are some railroad tracks coming up here, and yes, trains will cross these. I want to take it slow because if I go too fast it will really bounce the truck, and we don't want to do that. This is the one thing that always tripped me out when I was taking my CDL test, is that we actually have a mock setup for train tracks, even though when I took my my test, the mock-up was like poorly painted. I could barely see him, and the driver just had, the instructor just had me like verbalize it when I was telling him I can't see where the painted marks are very well because they're so faded. We did actually have to, in terms of a bus, go over the marked area for, the procedures for crossing train tracks. And, that's roll up to the track, stop, open the door, look, listen, close the door, and then proceed over the track. You're supposed to do that with any bus, whether it be school bus or coach. And I always found it freaking hilarious because there's only one place on the entire island of Maui where a road crosses a train track. One. No, don't do it. Thank you. Yeah, there's only one place on the entire island of Maui where a train track crosses a road. And it's a tour train, it's like a little tourist train. And it maybe goes literally 5 miles an hour maximum speed. For real. 5 miles an hour maximum speed. But because we have that, we have to actually go and do the training for crossing, for railroad crossings. It's I find it humorous, but I got to admit, one day when I was driving by and I looked over at the train tracks, there was a truck laying on its side with the train, bumped up right against it. And it wasn't a small truck either. It was a big, straight dump truck. It wasn't a trailer. It was, a single chassis dump truck. And all I could do was sit there and shake my head and ask myself how the train goes 5 miles an hour how did this truck get into an accident with that train? And not only that, it wasn't just like it went bump. No, the train tipped the truck over onto its side. I'm sorry, but that's impossible. I don't understand. I wish I could show you guys. I wish I had like a camera at the time. It was truly ridiculous. But actually, this has been a pretty good run. Granted, I would actually fear driving a steep hill in this truck with a heavy load. I really would. Because we saw what even a slight hill climb does. I mean, we were all the way down to 7th, 6th gear. That's only hauling 21 tons. It was Newton meters, man. It was Newton meters. Now, I'm going to get the official on, horsepower versus torque. Just so I can have it in one of my videos. Probably a lot of you out there that already know, but I'm going to put it at least in one of my videos. Oh, tell me we don't have another hard climb coming. It looks like we might. Which is really depressing because we're not that far away. But actually, this is a really good test road for these runs. What if we're going to end up the same as last time, where the Iveco is going to haul the lightest load and everything else is probably going to be heavier? Right. Nice little bit of downhill, but then we got the corner here that we got to worry about. And I am going to brake a little bit because it's looking a little tight. But handling it very well there. Handled very well. Rest stop if I needed it, which I don't. I still get plenty of fatigue meter left. But yeah, it looks like we got some zigzagging here. Now, the question is this up or down? This could be actually a down climb. That's what it's looking like. We did our up, so this is our mild down, which is better. The only thing I don't like is I do have to follow another truck, which these guys go hella slow. Not that that's bad, but I would like to go a little bit faster. But I don't dare, pass because I'm trying to be the good boy. Come on, dude. Come on. I did actually try the Battlefield 4 beta, and I had a good time. I actually ended up with a really good chopper pilot. We dominated the air for almost all the games. Then he decided to take us down, not on purpose, but, we started to go down a staircase, and that didn't end very well. So we ended up crashing. We had to wait for a while, then we respawned the chopper, and I forget if we got shot down the second time or if we crashed again, but then we took a tank from there because the game was almost over, and we dominated. We came in first and second. I think he had 35 kills as the chopper pilot, and I had 20 as the gunner. I don't fly very well at all, which is really disappointing because that's like a quarter of Battlefield gameplay that I don't get to enjoy. I can't fly. I just can't. I have a controller, but I can't do it. I'm a terrible flyer. And that's just the way it is. But I'm a good gunner, I'm actually a really good gunner. I'm very accurate with the gun. I know how far to lead my targets, you know, where to aim, and I instinctually know, like, if we get target locked and we have flares and the pilot uses flare, then I know the next time we get target locked, the most likely the next flare will be mine. You know, I keep things like that in mind as I play, and I just make a really awesome gunner. And when you pair me with a really good chopper pilot, man, we'll own it. We'll own it. But it's just really disappointing that I can't fly, because I'd love to fly the jets and the choppers, because that's a whole part of the game, like I said, that I don't get to experience, you know, and it's annoying. Let's not drive off. I just wanted to see myself go over the speed bump. I think it's pretty cool. And I tried to learn, and I got the basics down. I can fly the jet without crashing. You know, I could fly the jet around without crashing, but God forbid you get in the game and there's always at least one guy in there that's like a super ace pilot, and I just constantly got shot down. I could barely even line up a shot. I know practice makes perfect, but you can't practice when you get into a game and all you can do is get shot down in 20 seconds. Not even 20 seconds, 10 seconds. So I gave up on that. Not that I didn't have fun being a ground pounder, preferring the engineer kit, but often going the assault and medic kit as well. Not a very good sniper, but that's alright. I don't much enjoy the sniper class because I like to be up in the battles more than hanging back and trying to go for headshots. I actually like to help capture objectives, which is what Battlefield's about. Battlefield's about capturing objectives. It's not Lone Wolf 360, no scope. This, oh my, this is going to suck. This is realistic as hell, and I have never tackled something like this. The question is can I? Oof. I honestly don't know if I can. First off, we start backing the wrong way. We don't like that. Nope. Yep. No, forward. I saw that coming too. God, I've never done this before. I haven't practiced on this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, just to be honest with you. Let's see if I can. Alright, stop going forward, start backing up. That's not what I'm going for. Oh, screw you. Get out of my way. I feel embarrassed. Yeah, I honestly feel embarrassed as well that I should. How much money can I spend backing into a spot, huh? How much do you think I can go through? Really? And I'm slowly like pulling the trailer straight, which is not helping my case. It's like as soon as I screw up, that's the end of it. As soon as I screw up, that's the end of it. So we're gonna cheese out of it, and I apologize for that, folks. I really do. I gotta practice that one. I was really terrible But anyways, it's not about backing up or going forward or any of that stuff. It's really not. It's all about the truck drive itself. And as you saw, we had incredible trouble on a very it was steep in terms of an average hill climb, but compared to the really heavy climbs that I've driven before, the Iveco really struggled under a fairly light load to make even a bit of a gentle climb. Its braking was good. Its steering was rough. Its mirror visuals are poor, but it's got a good view out the windshield. So overall, it's an okay truck. But again, if you're going to be modding in heavy loads, you're going to want to mod in a stronger engine. This engine just doesn't do it. It's too lightweight. You can mod to a better chassis, and I think you can mod the transmission, but the engine, it really doesn't handle the heavy hauling all that well. So I would definitely look into getting a stronger modded engine if you're going to drive the Iveco and want to haul heavy trailers. Because if you try a 40, 50 ton trailer up like a mountain climb, you're going to really suffer. You'll be lucky to get out of first gear for most of it. And that's really, really terrible. Again, I am not saying it's a bad truck. I mean, how bad can it be? It did win Truck of the Year, which is why you have the Iveco Highway. But in terms of what I really want to drive it in game, no. It struggles much. No, me no drive. Me no. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Little Consuela coming true now. Alright, so that's going to be me done for this one. And we're going to increase our fuel capacity here. Hey, look at that. Perfect parking. When we come back next, we shall be driving. Ta-da! I had to find another garage too. But yes, this is the truck we'll be driving here. The DAF XF Superspace. So folks, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. Until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger signing out. I'll see you then.